Welcome back to the CBL X's and O's podcast for season 2023. Today I'm joined by Tom O'Connor and we're set to preview what is round 3 of the North East Conference and some exciting games of basketball coming up this weekend, isn't there, Tom?
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to breaking down and nutting out what's going to happen or predict some results in this round 3 that we've got.
Let's start off with the men, and we'll start across the border with the game between Albury Cougars and the Wangaratta Warriors. Now, this will be an interesting game, this one.
Yeah, look, Albury obviously going to show their experience and their dominance there, but it's going to be interesting to see how this new look Wangaratta Warriors goes. Obviously, haven't notched up a win yet across the season, but it's probably going to be a little bit more exciting for them going into this game than previous years. So it'll be awesome to see how they're going to go.
And the next game is going to be a cracker. We've got Benalla travelling down the highway to take on Wallen. So currently first v third matchup. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Wallen goes with the size of Benalla. Obviously, probably a younger group, but the size I'm talking about is probably more around Sam Becks, who's going to be a bit stronger through that small forward position. Interesting matchup. See who goes there. Expect Ryan Philippi to just continue his dominance as he does. He's a class act, and probably see Luke Bleasengang lead Wallen as well, along with Ryan through that game.
And Wodonga host Mansfield in what will be a tough contest, and it'll be interesting to see which way this result goes.
Yeah, Mansfield coming off a win, so it's nothing better than winning form there. And Wodonga, obviously, 2 tough games last weekend. Like to see Lockie Harvey and that get back into the team. I know Coach Hayden Kirkwood, though, he'll have the boys ready to go for this game and make sure that they do defend the home floor. It's something that he does pride himself on, especially through his coaching with the Bandits last year, but obviously now with the Wolves, it is something that he does want to do.
And your team, the Seymour Blasters, travel up the road to take on Shepparton. That's going to be another tough battle for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, coming off our game last weekend and then coming off their game against Wallen as well, it's both teams are going to be out for a win. Not registering probably where we want to either team right now after 1 or 2 games, but it's always a bit of a rival. Probably not as big as what Wallen and Seymour is, but obviously Shep and Seymour, there's been some battles in the past for grand finals, stemming a long way back to a young Jordan Hockley knocking down some free throws to win that game. So it's something that I'm looking forward to myself, getting back into the winners column and really taking on the challenge of Shepparton coming back into the league.
And then on Sunday, Shepparton have to travel up the highway to take on Wodonga, who are coming off probably that tough game we mentioned before against Mansfield on Saturday night. So both teams coming into the game playing Saturday, tough games. How do you see this one potentially unfolding?
Yeah, I think this is going to be closer than what people think. I'd take out results of last weekend and probably take out the results of whatever happens on the Saturday night for both teams. Yet again, it's a back end of a doubleheader. You've got to come prepared to play, and obviously for Shepparton, travelling up the highway is going to be a little bit of discomfort for them, but it's going to be interesting to see how the likes of Nick Dodd, Dylan Wayman as the coach, they can lead the group. Obviously with Tom Frame there as well, how they can really lead this group through and get a win, hopefully.
And Myrtleford set to host Benalla. Myrtleford not having a game Saturday night, being fresh. Benalla coming off that game that they play Saturday night. This should be a really tough, interesting battle, this one.
Yeah, it's when you speak to Wally Armstrong, the coach of Benalla, he's always said that they're a little bit of their kryptonite, a little bit of their worry warts over there with Myrtleford. So expect this one to be close. I haven't seen a blowout game between these two teams for the last 4 years. So it's something that is going to be close, and love to see how Riley Booker's going to go with a little bit of a tougher matchups against him. But I expect probably Tyler Barker and Eric Miraflores to be a great matchup for the game, and probably see the two of them leading scorers unless Lockie Keego can utilise his size inside against Myrtleford.
And Wangaratta play their 6th game for the season, so they play this one and then they take a little bit of a break, and they play against your team, the Seymour Blasters. You can't take them lightly, can you?
No, absolutely not. Obviously, bringing in new group, some younger, fresher faces too. It's probably something we haven't seen from Wangaratta for a while. So it's going to be one experience playing against obviously that younger one. It's going to be really interesting to see how both teams match up and see which way the result is going to go.
And it's an interesting weekend, this one. We've got, some top of the table clashes, and we might have some less undefeated teams rolling into round 4. So looking forward to seeing how it all plays out. And we move across to the women, and Wallen travel up the highway to take on Wodonga. So a bit of a road trip for Wallen, and Wodonga only playing 1 game so far. It's a bit hard to see what they're going to be like.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I expect probably Rach Jeffrey to be a bit of a lead in this game. Try and get the younger ones going. Probably Liv Wood and Mel Buckley are going to be 2 to keep an eye on for Wallen as well. It'll be very interesting to see how Wallen bounces back after the 0-2 weekend last weekend. See who wants to get into that winners column first for the season.
That's it. And Shepparton got into the winners column in round 2, and they're set to host the Seymour Blasters, and it's probably going to be a tough game for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, spoke earlier about in the review for round 2 about how Seymour just found things clicking after the second quarter after a slow start. I'd expect them to continue their form through and take it on going forward.
That concludes our round 3 preview of the Northeast Conference in the CBL competition for season 2023. Make sure we get into our stadiums this weekend and support our local association. We've had some big numbers so far, crowd-wise, Tom. So looking forward to another big weekend of basketball in the Northeast.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to see across everywhere. The crowds are growing, and the respect for CBL just continues to keep growing as well. So it's awesome to see. Make sure you get to the games.
So we look forward to seeing you all in a stadium over the weekend, but then don't forget to jump on and stay tuned for our review of round 3 next week. And good luck to all teams.